You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but I do. You see, for the past 2 days, I've been poring over all the financial reports I could get my hands on concerning Spaulding Enterprises since the merger with the Chamberlain Corporation. And I became quite fascinated by the seemingly contradictory entries concerning Spaulding Enterprises since the takeover of Jocelyn Electronics. Even with my lack of business expertise, I was amazed to see that you and Mr. Chamberlain profited handsomely from the deal. You know, I'm sure that further investigation will reveal that you and Mr. Chamberlain actively campaigned for the takeover. And I'm sure Mr. Spaulding will be quite interested and quite upset about the $2 million profit. I'm sure the SEC will be also. There'll probably be criminal investigations.
You're bluffing.
Am I?
Yes, you are. Because if you go to Alan with this information, you'll be hurting me. Yes, you will, but you'll be hurting our father. Because this could possibly provoke another heart attack. Perhaps a fatal one. Now, you wouldn't want to risk that, would you?
Would you?
Well, well, well. It appears that underneath that bookish exterior, there lurks some of the Chamberlain steel. Here.
Thank you. I will detain you no longer.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, it's a little late in the game to give it to someone, so I suppose I will have to vote my proxy myself.
What does that mean?
It means that I will vote for Alan Spaulding and my Henry Chamberlain.
Are you going to tell them?
Yes, as soon as you leave, I'll give them a call. And thank you. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
I wouldn't use the past tense, because this isn't over with yet. Not by a long shot.
You rang, Mr. McCord?
Show Miss Chamberlain out.
Mr. McCord.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca has asked to see you.
I'll make this call later.
Well, apparently Mr. McCord doesn't trust you all that much.
What do you mean?
Well, he's given you his proxy, but he's obviously come here to see that you voted the right way. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. McCord. I'd like to thank you for ensuring me the presidency of Spaulding Enterprises. I know that Miss Chamberlain had your proxy, and she's just promised to give it to me along with her own votes.
Vanessa Chamberlain doesn't have my proxy. I revoked it earlier today.
Then who does have it?
No one. I will vote my stocks myself.
Mr. McCord, would you mind repeating what you just said? I'm not sure I understood you clearly.
I said Miss Chamberlain no longer has my proxy. I revoked it earlier today. I'm here to vote my own stock.
I see.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go to the room. Miss McCord.
Oh, Mom, is Floyd here?
Oh, good evening, Nola. How are you?
I'm fine. Is Floyd here?
No, dear, Floyd is not here.
Well, do you know where he is?
No, I do not. Floyd said he was going to check into the bartender's school, and then he was going to meet Leslie Ann and spend the evening with her, but I don't know where they are.
That's great.
But would you mind telling me why you're so interested in where Floyd is?
I've got to talk to him.
Well, I figured that. What's the matter?
Quint and I went to see Father Fitzpatrick today. Somehow Floyd did not get the message, and he got all angry and upset with me when I saw him, and it's just, I don't know, every time I try to do something right, it blows up in my face.
Honey, why don't you sit down, relax, let me give you a cup of coffee. You can explain to me what this is all about, all right?
Guess there's no need in getting upset about this.
Now, you say you went to see Father Fitzpatrick?
Yes, I want to do the right thing.
Well, it's about time, don't you think?
Well, yes, Well, I finally got Quint to go with me, and as we're leaving the house, I say, well, I better call Floyd. I better let him know what's going on. So I call here. Tony answers the phone. Floyd's not here. I say, give him the message.
Right.
It's important. Well, something happened. Floyd didn't get the message. I see him at the hospital. I say, well, we went to meet Father Fitzpatrick today to talk about the christening. And then I said they were going to change her name. And then I said about Quint being the godfather, and he just hit the roof.
Oh, I see.
And then he accused me of trying to drive him out of his daughter's life.
Are you, Nola?
No, I'm not. Mother, when I decided to have Kelly Louise, I said that I wanted to do this by myself. I wanted to do it on my own, take care of her. I haven't asked for help. I mean, except from you, but you're my mother. I just never wanted to take anything from Floyd. I know he loves Stacy, but I mean, he's got his life with Leslie Ann.
Yeah, and you've got your life with Quint and McCord, right?
Right. Mom, if you could just see the two of them together, Quint with the baby, it's so loving and so sweet. I mean, he acts like a real father.
Darling, I think it's nice that Mr. McCord loves the baby. But you must not forget that Floyd is the baby's natural father, and he takes an interest in the baby, and that is very natural.
I know that, and I wanted to set things right with Floyd. That's why I thought about changing her name. Because I know how angry he got upset when I named her after Kelly.
Oh, honey, I don't think it was changing the name that got him upset, or even that very unusual name you decided to call her. It's because he wasn't consulted, don't you see?
I guess you're right. I don't know, but I mean, he hasn't been around in weeks. He hasn't seen her in weeks. I was thinking he didn't care anymore.
Oh, no. I know better than that. I know that. He takes a great interest in that child. And he has a right to. And, honey, I think he's beginning to feel left out. I think he's beginning to think that you want Mr. McCord to take over his place as the father of that baby.
But that is what I want. I love him, and I want to marry him. And I want Quint to be her father, her stepfather.
Nola, I know you love the man. I think he's a good man. I won't pretend that I understand Mr. McCord. But Floyd is the baby's natural father, and he has some rights as the natural father. And you are going to have to learn to live with that.